Hello and welcome, my millipede breeders. Oh my god, my voice just cracked. Haven't talked in a while today, man. I'm tired too. We have a weird video for you guys today. Today, it's going to be all about fire. Specifically, the Ring of Fire. All I want to do today is just play on Chimps mode and see how far we can get with just Rings of Fire. And Gwendolyn. And also a tower that can see camp protection, like a village. So far, it's not going very well, though. Repositioned to perfection, my friends. So, the fastest thing I want to do is I want to get my hero going as fast as possibly can. Gwendolyn's going to have to be our first camo detector, which is... Oh my god, look at this card. Oh wait, we got it! Yes! Gwendolyn's going to have to be our first camo detector, believe it or not, which she does not have automatic camo detection. We're going to have to use her cocktail to get it going. And then, for future rounds, we're going to either have to use her cocktail to perfection, or we're going to have to get a village going, which is not an impossibility. Textures are pretty good in the beginning part of the game here, but it means Ring of Fires are not going to happen until a little bit later on in the game, which is acceptable, but a little less fun than I'd like it to be. So let's see how fast we can get Gwendolyn here while still popping all these random balloons before we have to start buying more upgrades. Alright, round 10 it is. So I want to put Gwendolyn in a spot where I think she's going to get the most textures kind of around her, and I think that's probably going to be in this general area right here. I don't know if there's a perfect spot for her, but this just feels right. So before I go too deep in here, I gotta ask you guys two things. First of all, press that like button for me. If you guys want to do that for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic. And then also make sure you're subscribed to the channel. It might seem weird, but I'm still rooting for my 1 million subscribers, man. It's like my lifetime goal. So if you guys want to hook me up and help me out, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Now, let's talk about the basic rules of this challenge. So, first of all, we're playing on Chimps mode, which means there's no farming, there's no, like, extra way to get extra popping power in some sort of magical way over here. But all I want to do is I want to just use top path tactures as our main thing. Only third tier top paths, and we can go for super range or even more tax as kind of our cross path here. And then if we're able to magically afford it, Inferno Ring is allowed. In addition, I am allowing myself some buffs. So if I, for example, do get my Inferno Ring, well, I'm going to overclock the crap out of it. And in addition to that, I'm going to allow myself to use the village. It's just as many as I want, you know. Whatever I want to do with the village, I'm going to allow myself to do it because I'm going to need that camp protection, I'm going to need that weird stuff, and I want to make sure it's going to happen for me. So we're already struggling a little bit here, but round 15 is still going down. Looks like Hot Shots is already up, and even more tax is up, and we are golden for a long time here. I think we're so golden that it's time for our village. So I picked a map that I thought was going to be the easiest for the tack shooter. It's not the longest map in the game, but it does have a lot of weird zigzaggy cross paths right here, right next to where my tack shooters could burn. I'll be straight with you guys. I don't know if we're going to win this one. Sometimes you have challenges, and sometimes you fail, and sometimes it's the journey that's the fun part. It doesn't need to be a victory. Even if we lose in round 81, I will know that it's not possible to go Ring of Fire on Chimps mode and beat the game at all at that point. You know, so sometimes you have these weird challenges you try in your head, and sometimes you win, and sometimes it surprises you how unbelievably magically awesome it owns, and you realize, oh crap, cocktail. Go, baby, go, cocktail it. Burn it, yes! We get that cam detection. Delicious. All right, so we got the money. Let's go for this guy. This is where it gets funky, too, because there's a lot of positions where you could put it. Ooh, we gotta watch out for purple balloons as well, because purple balloons could be a pretty big pain. We're gonna have to leave at least a couple of these hot shots around to make sure I pop them purple layer, because once I get a Ring of Fire, he does not pop that purple layer anymore, which is kind of scary. Alright, so I don't know exactly where I want to put him. I'm a little lost, but I think he's probably gonna have to go somewhere in this general area right here. I could put him right here. This is like the normal spot you put him, but I kind of want to put some tack shooters right in here, like 1, 2, 3, and 4. This seems like a really good spot to put tack shooters. Get a lot of cross path action going on. So even though it seems weird, the village is a very important tower for me, and I'm going to put it right about... And I think with a bigger radius, we should be able to fit at least those 3 or 4 tack shooters like I was talking about in this area. So we're going to go bigger radius, we're going to go regrow blocker, and we're going to go for that camp detection. And we've already got it. So for the rest of the game, at least for a long time here, we can just go straight tack shooters. We don't need to do any sort of support or anything. All right. Now that we've got that going on, man, I just cannot talk today. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm doing my best here, but I took a little mini nap today, and sometimes the naps help my brain, and sometimes it just makes my brain turn into, like, wet, gooey, mushy mushroom goo. And right now, it's feeling a little bit mushroomy, just to be straight with you. A little bit mushroomy. Alright, so we're going to go for right now, we're going to be smart about this. Yes, we are only allowed to go Rings of Fire, but that does not mean we can't go Hot Shot Tactures. And we do have one round that's coming up that's going to be very difficult for us. The Moab. 7 rounds away, bro. we got to make sure we got that covered. So we're going to go for just hotshot stack shooters, and for now, we're just going to go more attacks on every one of them. I'm going to spam them. Wherever I can fit them, bro, I'm putting them down. Right in the middle of the zone, right next to Gwendolyn. We want to get that extra damage from Gwendolyn's cocktail action. We want to get that extra damage from Gwendolyn's heated up action. Oh, she's got the ability to target now? Dang. I don't remember when that was put in place. Was it this update or was it last update? I don't know. But anyways, we've got that available to us now, which is pretty cool. So we can actually plan out how we want to do this weird camp detection action or weird extra popping power action. All right, another hotshot stack shooter with more attacks and even more attacks. Looking good. And I'm going to keep spamming as many as I can fit inside of the range of this village is what I'm going to do here. Ooh, that's a little sad. I don't remember if primary village or anything gives you extra range, but it doesn't look like it's going to be able to fit in there. So we might be able to only fit 2 of them on this side of the map, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. We go for another hot shots with even more attacks. All right, any more weirdo spots? I think this is not the greatest spot ever, but it's still not bad at all. I kind of wish that I could fit another one in there, but it doesn't look like I can. And the Moab's coming up real soon here, but look at the balloon popping power, guys. This is the strategy to end all strategies. Who would have thunk it? The best shrimp strategy ever? Just spam hotshot stack shooters with even more tags. And maybe Alchemaz? I don't know. So now that is another interesting idea. Now, if we do fail on our first try, I think I want to go back and I want to try one other really, really weird strategy. Check this out. Woo! We took down the Moab and didn't even use our ability. I said I was allowing myself support towers. That is not limited to just a village and an engineer. That also allows us to use Permabrew and or Stronger Stam and Berserker Brew. I don't know when I'm going to use those or if I'm going to use them because just on third tiers, it doesn't really feel like it's worthwhile to waste a full $4,000, $5,000 on getting this guy upgraded because he's like a $500, what, like an $800 tower. It's just not expensive. $1,000 tops. So it doesn't really feel like it's worth it. But if I spammed like 60 of these guys and I just permabrewed the crap out of it, yes, that would be delicious. But also, $65,000 is not cheap at all. That just seems unreasonable to afford in this game. So for now, we're going to swap our strategy. We're going to go Ring of Fire, and we're going to go Ring of Fire, and we're going to go for a Jungle Drums and a Primary Training. Don't forget, we still need that purple popping power. So one of these guys, at the very least, needs to stay as a regular attack shooter. He can, not all of them can turn into Ring of Fires. But I don't think there's ever a round that enough purple balloons actually come into our game where we're going to need more than one of these guys. I think one of them's probably enough. But we might want to put it like nearer to the front just to pop the purple balloons a little fast, like from around 95 or something like that. I just don't know. But here we go. We're going to go for another Ring of Fire. I'm just going to put him here. This is a good spot, man. It's a really, really good spot. I'm going to spam more attack shooters, man. It's just time. It's time to plan it out. See how many can we fit next to Gwendolyn, next to our village and everything. I want to get to spamming, guys. All right, we've got our second Moab coming in. Now we have more Rings of Fire, but less of these guys, but it did not seem to matter. We melted them. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but I also picked a hero that has a lot of fire action going on, and I felt like that was just very suiting for our strategy today. I just like the idea more than anything else. I was like, yeah, I want to go Etienne. I want to give myself that cam detection, or maybe I want to go Pat just to keep everybody next to my attack shooters, but nah, we gotta go full on fire today, guys. If we're going fire strat, let's go full fire strategy. So believe it or not, this might actually be the time that we want to save up our money and get ready for an Inferno Ring. This is super duper early, but if these guys are already taking down Moabs, all we gotta do is make sure we take down a BFB and a couple reinforced Moabs, and all the way until like round 75 or so, nothing stronger than that comes out. So if we don't have the ability to get overwhelmed by basically grouped balloons at all, I don't think it matters how many things are coming out. These guys are going to do the same damage to everything. Unless we're overwhelmed. And that's not that much money to save up. I mean, $49,000, we're only $30,000 away. That seems reasonable. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the primary training just to make sure everybody's doing a little bit better. Before I get any other upgrades on attack shooters, I definitely will buy the primary mentoring so I can get the free upgrades on some of these guys. It's not much money, but I probably should have done that a little earlier, to be completely honest with you guys. Like if I planned it perfectly, right after round 40, I should have got primary mentoring before I spammed any other attack shooters. Just got this puppy flowing. One other thing that I could do in the future, again, if this fails, is I could think about going for a bottom path village as well. Just even a monkey commerce or something like that, just to kind of keep things, keep prices a little bit lower, because these are, they're not cheap, but they're not expensive, but $37.80. You know, if we take 15% off each one of those guys, that could be a pretty decent chunk of change we're saving. If you multiply about 8 or 10 or whatever, we can fit inside of one of those villages. But the problem is then we sacrifice the ability to put a primary training here, and space is definitely an issue. So anyways, I know I'm talking about all the options available to us, but it's like, we got to talk about these things because, we don't know what the future is going to hold. Will the future hold just straight up ownage sauce? Or will the future hold just, you know, easy death? I don't know. I don't know yet. One thing I will tell you is that around 65 to 75 gives you, like, no money. So I know that I won't be able to afford my Inferno Ring before around 75, but it's, like, right on the edge of where I can get it. So, until we run into any issues here, let's check out 63. Oh my god, beautiful! Alright, let's just go to around 65 here, because sometimes 64 can be a problem, sometimes 65 can be a problem. It's not always a problem, but when it is, it's pretty disastrous. But if you beat 65, I promise you, there's almost no chance of you losing until 75. I don't know if there's random things that you can build that, like, just somehow beat 65 magically, but then somehow can't beat the next 10 rounds. But I think, like, the times that I've lost between 65 and 75, like, I can count on my fingers without purposely screwing it up, you know? It just doesn't happen. You just don't have to build anything. It just goes. And that's why it doesn't give you very much money. It just kind of makes you play it through just to play it through. But then 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, and 80 are all rounds that I do lose on a lot. It depends on the game and everything like that, but 76 kills me like a crazy, ridiculous amount of times. 78 kills me a lot with those camo ceramics. 79 somehow kills you with regens, which is kind of weird. It's like not that bad, but it sometimes can just wipe you out. Or the reinforced BFBs, and then the oh my god. Usually it's not that big of a deal if you got like a lot of different options available to you. But today, we're not an option queen. So here we go. Let's just skip the next, like, 7 rounds. Dang. We could find Inferno Ring on round 74. That just feels absurd. We're just dominating everything. No issues whatsoever. Check this out. Reinforced Moab. Demolished before the second turn. BFB demolished before the second turn. What the heck is going on here, man? These things are good. And it made me realize there was one change that I forgot to mention to you guys a little earlier. It has to deal with Gwendolyn. Level 5 in particular. Increased popping power, 10% improved attack speed, and radius of Ring of Fire, Signal Flare, and Dragon's Breath. So fire is what makes it more powerful. Gwendolyn makes fire more powerful, just in general. And specifically, attack speed and radius for the Ring of Fire, on top of the bonuses that you can get for a primary training or a primary mentoring. It's kind of absurd. But here's the crazy part. I believe once we get the Inferno Ring, I think we pretty much won the game. Like, I thought that we were going to have some issues here, thinking about all these different things that I would have to do. Check out the difference here. This is around 77. Like, we're struggling a little bit, but not bad. But check this out. Inferno Ring for 78. Straight up done. We win. We win. Well, no, it's not that easy. But now you can tell the balloon popping power is not going to be a problem at all. At least not until Super Ceramics. And then we're going to have to see if this guy's still going to be strong enough against the Moabs, the DDTs, and still pop the bad balloon at the end of this game, which could be the biggest issue for us overall. But this 10% extra attack speed and 10% extra range, on top of the even more attacks Inferno Ring combo, is just brutally powerful. Absurdly powerful. And I've got that camo detection. Now I've got primary mentoring, so I'm even more powerful, but I don't think I'm going to go with primary expertise. Primary monkeys and radius get more popping power, ability to produce even further, and tier 1-2 upgrades for free. I mean, that more popping power really sounds juicy. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It really does sound juicy, like I just really want to have it. I just don't think I can go through with it. It makes me feel like I'm sucking away the power of my Ring of Fires, and I don't want to do that. So anyways, check this out. If you guys have not been paying attention to Inferno Ring, even though it's been around for a long time, this is a tower that a lot of people overlook. It's just a tower that they don't use. It's like, well, if I'm going tax shooter, I'm going to go tax zone, bro. That's all I do. I go tax zone, I alchemize them, and boom, I win the game. But this is a completely different story. I mean, it's an expensive tower, $50,000. But it's beefy. It's powerful. And with all these buffs combined together, you really do get a supreme team, I guess. So now that I've got so much money here, I kind of want to get the primary XP, but I can't. I'm going to go for this. Ring of Fire. I'm going to go more tax, Ring of Fire. We're going to go more tax, Ring of Fire. We're going to go more tax. I'm going to go Ring of Fire. And we're going to go Ring of Fire, but I got to be careful here because I don't have any purple popping power right at this exact moment. So I'm going to make sure we fix that pretty soon. Ring We're going to get one of these guys with more attacks. And I think that's the one that I'm going to keep as a more attacks. And the rest of them just be Rings of Fire. Now, you're noticing that I am going for the more attacks in almost all these situations. And I believe that that's the superior play. This one's a little bit further away than I probably would like him to be. So we're going to go for this guy up to a longer range. But it doesn't hurt him that much as far as popping power is concerned. But I would rather the more attacks. Now, if you thought that this strategy was just going to be absolutely destroyed by the first purple Bloons or something like that, this is absurd. It's actually blowing my mind a little bit as well. I'm like, why am I not doing this on every single strategy in the entire game here, man? Why can't I beat Chimps on Ouch because of this strategy? It's looking that freaking good. I don't know. I don't know. It's just absurd. All right, let's build more. Let's build more. Inferno Rings. Rings of Fire. Great balls of fire. All right, we're gonna go longer range on this one. He's kind of out in the wilderness there. It's like I'm finally getting to the point where I can't fit very many more attack shooters inside of the range of my village. I think that's the most important thing for me, though. Keep in range of the village and Gwendolyn if at all possible. Oh, DDTs. I didn't even think about DDTs for a second. They could have been the death of me, but no. For round 90, we're good. Keep it going, keep it going. Oh, man, this is tight. But, oh, we can get another one. All right, let's go. I think I'm actually good with more attacks on this guy, too. How many more can I fit in the range, man? It's like a game now. Ooh, we can get another one. No, wait, he's not in range. I can't sell. Oh, I screwed it up. Oh, there's another one, though. All right, let's go long range on this puppy. All right, round 93 DDTs, not too bad. If we're taking down DDTs before they're even making that first turn here, I think round 95 is going to be absolutely easy. There's like no doubt in my mind round 95 will get taken down. But 99 is a little bit of a different story. Doubling the health on those DDTs, doubling the health on those ceramics, and on top of that already being more than doubling because we're like ramping up the rounds and everything. 99 could be a problem for us, I guess. I don't know for sure. All right, Gwendolyn. Oh, look at this. 20% improved attack speed and radius for Ring of Fire, Signal Flare, and Dragon's Breath. What? Oh, not one buff, but two buffs. Two buffs on these puppies. Now, it said just Ring of Fire, not Inferno Ring. I did not look to see if the range actually increased here, but I'm going to believe that it did. All right, I'm going to believe that for whatever reason, they did not decide to just buff Rings of Fire, but they must have also brought the buff to Inferno Ring, but I cannot guarantee that. Now, keep in mind, I have not even used Gwendolyn's abilities yet. I've got this cocktail. I used it on round 24, and that's it. And I've got this Keg Blast, which I've used 0 times. It's just been going. All right. I might have to try this strategy on like a tougher round, because this just seemed weird. Like, it's so weird that it was so easy. I've got $28,000. You know what? Primary expertise it. Why the heck not? I wasn't planning on it, but now we just got an epic destruction blast of fire here. This is like absurd. All right, round 98, the biggest Bloons level in the game. Let's see what happens, man. They're not even making it past Gwendolyn. All right, let's throw in a cocktail. Oh, they did. They made it past Gwendolyn. They probably won't make it past the first turn, though. Oh my gods got melted before they even made it past here. What? That is ridiculous. And Gwendolyn just re-smashed level here. Max level. Firestorm does hugely increased damage. All right, round 99. This is the only round that I was afraid of. And it looks like they're a little bit troublesome, but not troublesome enough. Not troublesome enough at all. And now we've got this last round right here. Let's go for one last... Oh, wait, he was in range. Or I got primary expertise, which got me more range. That's quite possible. I'm going to go more attacks on this guy as well. All right. You can see it does do a decent amount of damage to the bad, but it's really still the Rings of Fire doing most of the damage here. Just kind of a majority of everything all together here. Straight up blasting this mofo. Fire all over the place. And Gwendolyn, don't forget she's doing some damage too. And it looks like Rings of Fire. Rings of Fire can do it all. They can do it all, and they can do it so easily. Woo! All right. Well, that was way more... less interesting than I thought almost. But it was intriguing. I thought I was going to have to fight for this, like, really hard at the beginning of the game. I was telling you guys all these different options that I could do, getting random alchemists going and stuff like that. Not necessary at all. If you guys aren't using this strategy, definitely check it out. And this is a real Chimps game, in case you're curious. This is not a fake Chimps game. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you press that like button for me. Make sure you subscribe. And, of course, have a super duper delicious day.